August ano ngayon? August 14. Okay. Present. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. You are watching me, Nikki Yu, also known as Faces Trader. It's a Friday free class. We are going to discuss today GrowGeneration. The ticker symbol is GRWG. This is the largest hydroponic store in America. You are watching the Awesome 10X show. This is the everyday live update. We do provide free Friday classes wherein we deep dive company picks that we want everyone to know. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel Awesome 10X if this is your first time. And my Twitter handle, do follow me as @FacesTrader. So please share with all your family and friends about our YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate it. My real name is Nikki Yu, and I am a chartered market technician as well. So before I begin, of course, we are inviting everyone to attend our awesome inner circle. You can register http://bit.ly/awesome10x. You could register now for our daily Zoom live classes and recordings, Monday to Friday, every day from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Philippine time. You could follow us 24/7 live assisted trading guidance for the Philippines and US stock markets. And of course, join our exclusive Slack channel and a group for our Awesome 10X stock picks. We also have a Viber chat group for our clients. Membership fee is 2,000 pesos for a month, or 10,000 pesos for 6 months. That's about $40 per month, or $200 for 6 months. You can contact Rachel at her mobile 63917-531-8949. So let's begin how to globally invest in 10X trends. So GrowGeneration's tagline is where the pros go to grow. So you could see that this is a hydroponic commercial setup. And let's watch for 7 minutes there the making of the largest hydroponic store.
Oklahoma is our largest growing, fastest growing market. We're $2 million a month in 3 stores. We're looking for a second store in Tulsa because Tulsa's been so great for us, but we were looking for a large facility.
So compared to our other stores are averaging about 10,000 square. We open up one in Oklahoma. This is going to be a hub that we're going to use as supply to help the other stores, and also be running our internet sales. What I like about what's happening now is we're taking the industry finished carpenter. If you ask him to design something, he'll figure it out and design it.
What I like about GrowGeneration is when I first started with them, they're a relatively small company, and they're trying to be a large company, but they're also trying to grow smart.
We all understand that we're working towards a common goal. We understand that what we're doing in this store in particular, but also throughout the country and all of our other stores, is never been done before in this industry. We are turning the hydroponic supply industry on its head, making it something into what it ought to have been 10 years ago. Well, we've got about at least 5 solid years ahead of us. We want to do, 5 or 6 more of stores like these. This one in Tulsa took approximately 4 months to do. And if we've got 4 or 5 more of those and a whole bunch of little stores in between, every single day is going to be filled with some unique challenge.
And no job is ever the same.
Okay, so this is a new store we're building for GrowGeneration. We're going to start doing hub stores right now, and they're going to support our smaller stores. Next to me is Cody Ross. I'm really proud of Cody and the design he's done on this.
Our goal when we kind of merchandised this store was to lay everything out in clusters. So for instance, if you needed to find, your commercial air pumps and water pumps, it's going to be in a, similar location as the tubing and the buckets and lids that you might, be using to build a hydro setup. As far as large commercial clients go, I've never been anywhere where a customer could show up and say, I would like to purchase a semi-truck worth of soil. And we say, excellent, when can we load you out? Hold on, can I, do you mind? Since it's close to a segue. Dave, you want to step on the back?
So what we're trying to set up here with GrowGeneration, like we're a Home Depot style store. As you can see, we wanted to make it a one-stop shop in here. Like Cody was saying, we don't want to run out of product. And if you look at the rest of the store, everything's organized. They're all in the where they're supposed to be in aisles, clean. I mean, that shows a lot in someone that walks into your store. I mean, anybody can go into a store and buy. Here, we're trying to be more professional, GrowGeneration, and have the product available to you. You know what I mean? And it's not a pig pen. Hold on. Whoa!
Twister's super stoked to be here today at GrowGeneration's new location in Tulsa, 40,000 square feet, and it's just great to be working with other companies that are like-minded just like us, super into innovating and taking this whole entire industry to the next level.
Much like how Fluence Bioengineering is always committed to finding solutions that meet the needs of our partners in the garden, it is thrilling to see GrowGeneration bring the same kind of passion and intimacy and knowledge to their customers who have come out to support them here today.
Super excited to be out here for GrowGeneration's grand opening, their new 40,000 square foot facility. Fox Farm and GrowGeneration have an awesome partnership, and we're just really excited to be part of this with them.
Guys, I'm gonna cut it off because I think like the major things, the highlights were already shown. I was thinking twice actually if I would show you a 7-minute clip or the 1-minute clip, but I felt that everything was so important in my analysis for you. So I just had to show you that they are, of course, the Home Depot of gardening. They want to be one-stop shop for your gardening needs, your hydroponics needs. You've seen how elaborate their #1 largest hydroponics store was in America, and they are very confident that that one store could become at least 4 stores, and maybe it could be a bigger number of stores. And we will see. I will discuss and I will prove to you why this is an awesome 10x pick. So about GrowGeneration Corporation, GrowGen owns and operates specialty retail hydroponic and organic gardening stores. Currently, they've got 28 stores, which includes 5 locations in Colorado, 6 locations in California, 2 locations in Nevada, 1 location in Washington, 4 locations in Michigan, 1 in Rhode Island, 4 locations in Oklahoma, 1 location in Oregon, 3 locations in Maine, and 1 location in Florida. They also operate an online superstore for cultivators located at growgen.pro and growgeneration.com. GrowGen carries and sells thousands of products, including organic nutrients and soils, advanced lighting technology, state-of-the-art hydroponic equipment to be used indoors and outdoors by commercial and home growers. Our mission is to own and operate GrowGeneration branded stores in all the major states of US and Canada. Management estimates that roughly 1,000 hydroponic stores are already in operation in USA, and by 2025, the global hydroponic system market is expected to reach approximately $16 billion. for my Filipino viewers out there, GrowGeneration reminds me a little bit of Wilcon Home Depot in the Philippines. It also reminds me of Pure Gold Supermarket. So you've got a small store and you've got the big stores. So you know for yourself how big these depots can make some money. And we will watch those growth later on. I will show you the margins of being the Home Depot of the gardening world. Of course, the hydroponics market is a growing market. Where did that $16 billion come from? This is an analysis I saw in the USA, and they were assuming that by 2018, 2019 was 8 billion, and they expected it to double by 2025 or 6 years from now. This is your North America, this is your Asia Pacific, this is Europe, and that would be your Brazil, UAE, Europe, and Israel, rest of the world. So this is a growing global movement amongst millennials and the older ones. Now, for a global understanding of the hydroponics market, the world's commercial hydroponics industry has grown 4 to 5-fold in the last 10 years. So global market is estimated to be between blah blah quarters and la 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 as of 2014. Producer value is expected to grow, nobody knows. The growth is steady in developing regions, abundance of natural resources, and low-cost labor and electricity are all attractive reasons for investors in developing nations. The point is the world is going to a sustainable world. And I will show to you later a lot of industry statistics why the global hydroponics market, why gardening, plants is a big total addressable market. Now, the global hydroponic vegetables market revenue by origin, it says here, would grow at about 6.5%, 2017 to 2025. It will have usually a conventional way of having that vegetable produced, or it would be natural and organic or hydroponics. So we are seeing that the growth for hydroponics will be growing and growing. So this is an example of a hydroponics lettuce. Filipinos out there might be aware of some hydroponic farms already in the Philippines. There will be some in Tagaytay. There will be some in Parañaque. Next Level Farms is a company in the Philippines that's not listed, but I will discuss them. I will interview them courtesy of my friend who knows the founders, and he introduced me to the founders, and I might actually bring to light a lot of hydroponics farms in the Philippines and all of these big market for the gardening and the movement for global food sustainability. What is the use of hydroponic systems? It's also being used by the rise in urban agriculture. So the global hydroponics market is expected to grow 6.5% by Future Market Insights. They said the consumer demand for fresh fruits and vegetables, along with the advances in technology, allows agriculture infrastructure to be built in urban and vertical spaces. Researchers collated and vertical farming is also a huge trend. So for those who are aware, we have Kimball Musk, the brother of Elon Musk. He has Square Roots. Of course, there are like the listed company Ocado. If you're aware, Ocado is an awesome TEDx pick. I'm not sure if I said it to the world, but Ocado is a company that I like, an online grocery in UK, which is the Amazon of UK. And they are very much in tune with the market's needs, and they have invested in their own vertical farming. And I think Japan also has many vertical farms. You could research that for yourself. The point is that this is a company or an industry that I do believe is growing in 100% move, or probably more than 100% in the next 5 years. So it's a huge global industry pie. And to be a small company growing with that great industry trend is a company that we like. So a company overview, of course, GrowGeneration is now in 10 states, 27 locations. We already know that. Why is this in the most people's radar? Of course, last night, GrowGeneration last night went 42% upon earnings call, second quarter 2020. I will discuss why even after that 40% increase, that the best is yet to come. Now, stay with me why I'll discuss all these things. how much is the generation interest for these plants. You could see that plants, the yellow line here is the largest. The interest over time in USA is really increasing towards plants, brought about maybe by the vegans and the plant meat trend, and generally the lack of um, I'm not sure if it's the COVID pandemic, but truly you could see that the interest over time for planting and eating plants and growing your food has truly been rising. Plants is the highest, and then veganism, and then organic food, hydroponics, and gardening. So definitely there is a latent demand for an increase for plants, and of course the higher movement really is recipes. So people want to cook something, and or they wanna, I don't know, but there's a huge movement of course. This pandemic makes people cook at home, stay at home. So there's a lot of people checking recipes of recipes, plants, organic food. So definitely we are trying to ride that trend. In terms of gardening, the interest for gardening is really strong for Vermont, Alaska, Maine, Oregon, New Hampshire, and we were checking the locations of Grow Generation. It is also inherently in these places. So currently, Oregon here, that's it. Maine, that's it. So we are seeing that from a location standpoint. They are in California, Colorado, Florida, Maine, Michigan, Nevada, Oklahoma, Oregon, Rhode Island, Washington. And then, of course, Grow Generation is helping the commercial farms, harvesting farms, also helping greenhouse designs. In big categories, they help grow lights, hydroponics, nutrients, climate, cloning and propagation, greenhouses and tents, plant care, soils and mediums, and harvest. So it's been always known that you make all the money on a gold rush in a pick and shovels play. This is a very important strategy. So what is a pick and shovels play? A pick and shovels play is an investment strategy, investing in the underlying technology needed to produce a good or service instead of the final output. It is a way to invest in an industry without having to endure the risks of the market for the final product. The investment strategy is named after the tools needed to take part in the California gold rush. So in the California gold rush, the pick and shovel play was actually the winner, not the exact gold miner. May I ask for some people to mute the audio? I just really want to be the only one talking. So please help me out there. Okay, so the pick and shovels play is also essential for you to understand why Shopify was the winner. For those who have invested in Shopify, Shopify, of course, was a pick and shovels play for the e-commerce generation, for a brick and mortar to actually be to take part in the e-commerce world. So if you can provide the tools in this plant-based world, Grow Generation helps you to do that. And so I believe that we are looking, okay, so people are saying, am I late? $3.25 has risen to $9.27. This is a breakout in the last 2 years, and we are closing at $12.50. I will explain what happened in the last 2 years, why buying it at 2020 is actually safer rather than buying it at about 2018. Of course, 2 years have passed, and many things have happened. The question isn't where it has come from. The question is, where is it going? Is it going down, or is it going to go up in the next 5 years? So that is the question that I always ask myself on leaders. So GrowGen.pro, of course, you have seen that they are doing an e-commerce front. So they can serve you wherever you are. So those big hydroponic stores are like Home Depots, and they could actually serve you without you going out of the home. So they can do it, you can do it online. They could deliver it for you. So there are several ways for you to grow, whether you're a home backyard or for professionals who are really doing this for a return on investment. So GrowGen.pro is where the pros go and save. Formerly Heavy Gardens, GrowGen.pro is your one-stop shop for your hydroponic grow supplies, products, systems, and more. From propagation to harvest, we have everything you need for your magic garden. We offer the best deals and discounts on the best grow products on the market. Together, GrowGeneration is the industry leader in commercial sales, large-scale growing designs. The GrowGeneration commercial team is armed with industry-leading professional consultants, and our team is helping fully manage any size or scale projects. We offer turnkey facility designs, cultivation room designs, and on-site project consultation. So I'm not sure if there is an equivalent of a Home Depot supermarket in the Philippines, but you can actually tell SM or Pure Gold or Robinson's Retail or Home Depot to do this, because the Filipinos might actually benefit from this. For all your cultivation needs, GrowGeneration has the right products, services, and staff to make you grow successful. So shop our discount hydroponic grow supplies and products today. So as you could see, they serve thousands of products. Oops, what's that? I might have drawn something. Forget that. But so you could see Easy Clone, Liquid. So they sell to everyone. This Fluence is actually also an interesting company. So they actually Fluence is not listed. But this just goes to show to you that GrowGeneration is helping millennials and startups sell their goods online and offline. So they are an enabler. They are like, to me, forgive me for what I'll say, but I think they are a little bit of an Amazon niche category for gardening and all things related to growing your own food, either growing your own food or commercial. So you could see featured products. So definitely if I'm selling a lot of grow lights, Fluence is actually an LED. They help people have a higher return on investment because plants need LED lights. So outdoor harvesting season, I probably did an annotation here, no? Let me just erase this. I am a bit reset ako dyan. Let me just fix that. Okay, there. Okay, there. So outdoor harvesting season, it's here. Are you ready? Every year in the months of October and September, cultivators around the country are starting to pull their hair out. So why? Because they didn't plan for outdoor season. La la la. Anyway, the point here is that there is a growing movement for hydroponics, greenhouses, and so forth. So this is, of course, the largest. What you saw a while ago was the largest hydroponic store in the US. It was 40,000 square feet. And I'm happy to say that the reason why they always want to say that we want to be the Home Depot for gardening is that I will tell you a few things later on in the management team that might surprise you about this less than $1 billion company. Are you surprised that the market cap of this company is just $500 million? Even at 40% increase last night? Okay, so what if you wanted to watch what the industry leaders today are? Whether you want to buy fertilizers, grass seed products, outdoor cleaners, disease control products, you do not need to look much further than Scott's Miracle Grow. Scott's Miracle Grow, I would agree, has been the industry leader. The market cap of Scott's Miracle Grow is $18 billion. So it is a multi-billion-dollar company. Scott's has diverse revenue stream that is also extending to hydroponic products, rodent, insect control, weed control. And the likelihood is that even if consumers did not know that they were buying a Scott's Miracle Grow product, they were. Because brands like OxyClean, GrubX, Tomcat, Roundup, Super Soil, Earth Grow, Patch Master, and a dozen more are all Scott's Miracle Grow products. Scott's also has an extensive distribution network selling to hardware companies, warehouse clubs, home centers, nurseries, garden centers, and even food and drug stores. It also operates a direct sales force which targets hydroponic distributors and retailers. For conservative-minded investors, a plus is also the fact that Scott's Miracle Grow offers 2% yearly. And I want to share a great news. Scott's Miracle Grow this year gave a special dividend, another 2%. So this year they gave a 4%. Scott's Miracle Grow was also making their biggest acquisition since the 1990s. They spent $135 million last year on 2 California businesses selling fertilizers, soils, and other supplies to pot growers. Recently, the company bought this hydroponics equipment and lighting company called Gavita Holland for $136 million. And its subsidiary Hawthorne recently signed an agreement to purchase an Arizona-based plant nutrient and hydroponic system maker, Botanicare. Scott's Miracle Grow, of course, reported the earnings results earlier, like July 29. That was a few weeks ago. And their company reported an increase of sales, 28%, including the Hawthorne growth of 72%. Consumer sales increased 21% in Q3. The retailers' point of sale is up 23% year to date. Now, the earnings per share increased $3.57. Non-GAAP increased 22%. The guidance was increased another 26 to 28% wide sales growth. Free cash flow is now approximately $400 million, such that the board of directors approved a $5 per share dividend, increasing the regular dividend payment this year to 7%. So a lot of dividend yield friendly companies. Scott Miracle Grow is a company that's growing and delivering, and shareholders are happy. So what is the world's leading marketer of branded consumer lawn and garden, as well as indoor and hydroponic growing products there. So the continued strength is a signal that the company is going to increase their sales and free cash flows. Their capex is their dividends would be payable September 10 to all the shareholders on record until August 27. So today is what, August 14? So if you want a short-term dividend or even long-term play on gardening, even if I like GrowGeneration, Scott's Miracle Grow is also a big cap in this category. So our results this year continue to exceed our most partners, loyalty of our cultivators who rely on our products for their success. We want to enhance this shareholder value, and so we are giving this one-time special dividend to support all the nearly 3,000, and also they're gonna make more payments this year to support the 3,000 hourly and salaried associates, and also enhancing payments to nearly 1,500 eligible employees. So you could see that this company is making their employees happy, making their shareholders happy, making everybody happy. In the US consumer segment, Hagedorn said that we saw significant acceleration of our consumer engagement beginning in May, and it has been continuing as we speak. So what are the sales looking like? We're talking about $1.49 billion for the first half. So $1.5 billion. The entire sales, do their stocks give dividends? They gave cash. They gave real cash. Cash flows. Cash is king. They gave money. So their sales have grown 72% to Hawthorne sales $300 million. U.S. consumer increased to $1.08 billion. So consumer purchases and whatever. So take note, this company, Scott's Miracle Grow, in the last 9 years went from about $30 to $150. So 500% your money while sleeping, and also paying heavy dividends every year. So they never fail to pay their dividends. You could see those green lines, those blue numbers that they have paid dividends every year. And this pandemic time, it went from about $60 to $150. Let's say you weren't the brightest person in the room and you just bought it last year. I'd assume that your price last year would be somewhere in the average of 90 to 100. You would have gotten a 50% capital appreciation and a 7% dividend. So this company is a generous company. They are paying $2 and $5, $7, yo. So congratulations to Scott Miracle Grow shareholders. You've got a winner here. But why am I talking about, that is Tractor Supply. I will show you the, okay, Scott's Miracle Grow. Let me have the ticker symbol, boom. So this is Scott's Miracle Grow. Sorry, they look the same, $160 as well. It is coincidental that Scott's Miracle Grow and Tractor Supply are both $160 companies. Both of them are both in the gardening tools. And as you could see, again, if you saw 2019, your price would have been $100, $110. And so this is a happy thing for shareholders to grow to grow like this much. It just tells you that the secular trend in gardening is strong. Tractor Supply is also a winner here. So COVID pandemic has shown that you can make money in gardening if you are seeing industry profits that are record sales. So Tractor Supply increased their sales 35%, comparable store sales increased 30%, digital growth, double-digit growth, triple digits e-commerce growth. Company is providing third quarter outlook, selecting new growth initiatives. So let's read it together. This is the largest rural lifestyle retailer in USA. They are saying that in a highly dynamic environment, the Tractor Supply team delivered record results for the second quarter. The chief CEO highlighted and said, "Thank you to Tractor Supply team members. We continue to gain market share, long-term potential." Oopsie. So as you could see, people are appreciative of what's happening in the sector, and kaboom, it's also up from about $60 to $150. So I didn't check, but I think they're also paying cash dividends. So both Scott's Miracle Grow and Tractor Supply are the leaders in the industry. Scott's Miracle Grow is a $10 billion company with about $3 billion in sales and growing fiercely. Tractor Supply is also growing well. Tractor Supply is an $18 billion market cap. Just tells you that the trend is very strong in this segment. So let's talk about GrowGeneration, which is our awesome 10x pick. Now, you could say that from June 30, 2020, GrowGeneration announced the pricing of an underwritten public offering of 7.5 million shares at $5.60, June 30, 2020. They wanted to grow, so they offered $42 million from a previous $35 million. This offering is going to generate an expansion of network of hydroponic garden centers and for general corporate purposes. As you could say, this company is going to use that $40 million to grow, because right now we only have one 40,000 feet square store, but they are growing well. Now, how am I so sure that this company is a small company that will be a large company? Take a look at their Instagram account. They have only 6,000 followers, 27 locations worldwide. There's room for growth. No job too small. We are big fans of no fans. Green fields, trim bag, hand trimming, revive. These are things. So grand opening, Lansing, Michigan. So I think that you would see more openings, more money to expand, and more states to be in. We will grow with the company. Currently, they have 27 stores. Their goal in the next 3 years is to have 90 stores, 90. And this is a company that I want to be. Are you ready to be on the winning team? We are hiring. All of the companies of Awesome 10X are growing 100% on their sales, and they're growing their cash flows. I don't necessarily need the company to actually be profitable, because I want them to put their net income to growth. See, I don't really need them to pay me dividends. I don't care about dividends. I want them to grow and grow and grow, because a 10X company needs to hire people. So it tells you that Scott Miracle Grow is where GrowGeneration wants to be in 10 years' time. So who is the CEO that we will prefer to partner with? The guy is Mr. Darren Lampert. He's a partner at law firm. You could see that he's been an independent portfolio manager, CEO. The president, Michael Salomon, has had 25 years experience in consumer products, business development, and brand. Actually, his fourth company. He was CEO and president at Skinny Nutritional Corp. These are the chief operating officers: Tony Sullivan, 20 years with Foot Locker; Monty Lamerato, CFO, Treasurer, Arc Group Worldwide, president for Dollar Express. But this is, I think, the most important part. They said that they wanted to be a Home Depot. Surprise, surprise, they are distribution. GRGW is like a Pure Gold supermarket, like a retail. But I'm not sure if they are manufacturing a few products themselves. So like, as you know, Pure Gold supermarket has pure sugar or pure whatever. So they can easily have a brand of their own, the way Scott's Miracle Grow has also been doing. I didn't check that part though, but we can deep dive. Yeah, so far I know that they are a retail distribution center, and also commercial, and they do consulting. So they are the largest chain. So take note that Grow Generation appointed the Home Depot CEO, Bob Nardelli, as the senior strategic advisor. Can you imagine? Okay, for the people who aren't aware, Home Depot is the most magical company if you've invested in Home Depot ever since the IPO. Like you'll be millions of dollars rich if you invested from nothing to how much is Home Depot right now? Like $100 billion, or is it $200 billion? Home Depot HD. The Home Depot is $300 billion. Amazing, right? Home Depot, in the last, I don't know, was it 50 years? How long has this been? I can't go back. So in the 10 years time, from 50 to 300. But Home Depot is one of the most successful stories of America, of course. And for me, to have the former CEO of Home Depot be a strategic advisor tells you that this company, Grow Generation, is nothing to scoff at. The fact that you saw the Grow Generation video a while ago, the very first largest hydroponic store in America, they want to be the one-stop shop for everything that is in your growing needs. This is a disruptor that I want. It's the one of the largest chains for specialty retail organic gardening stores. They have appointed Bob Nardelli as the strategic advisor. They will work collaboratively, strategically, exploring potential partnerships. And he serves as the senior advisor to the CEO and board of directors. That to me is a very important, crucial. It's just very important to look at people. That's how I do it. That's how I understand Austin 10X Picks. Robert Nardelli is an American businessman. He was a former chairman and CEO of Chrysler, former CEO of Freedom Group. He had served similar capacities in Home Depot, and of course there. So you could see who Bob Nardelli is. The GrowGen speaks the language of the modern grower. It is the essential online and offline resource for professional growers. If you are a home backyard guy, then your consumption is small. But if you're a commercial and a professional grower, you want to work with Grow Generation because top-notch growing products, options, ideas, and more. What's one client who is a commercial grower versus 100 wannabe growers? See the math there? Let's go for the growth for the professional growers. So they want to be the pioneer for single source outfitter. Let's read the story. So they are currently the largest hydroponic equipment supplier in the country, 28 organic garden centers across 10 states. We carry and sell thousands of products, state-of-the-art hydroponics. So the fact that there's 1,000 small chains, that to me is your sari-sari store. Can you imagine what I'm saying? It's a wholesale club, and then there will be small retail stores that caters to the small backyard entrepreneur. So additionally, we carry propagation supplies, pest controls, Our team of experts are there on call 24/7 to assist all the growers. Our story began 6 years ago in Pueblo, Colorado in 2014. Pueblo Organics and Hydroponics was the very first location that Grow Generation acquired, which laid the foundation to allow our team to develop the company into what it is today. With only a handful of employees, the team began opening locations in Conifer, Denver, and Trinidad. Actually, to be honest for you, some of the biggest example, let's say I am Grow Generation and I see that you are Fluence. You could see a while ago that one of the customers that was discussed, actually he's not a customer, he is a seller. Fluence, the entrepreneur, is selling in Grow Generation LED lights to help you grow your plants, faster yield and return on investment. And this guy, I have a video later on if we have time, but it tells you that it's not a wonder to me that if I am Grow Generation and I can see my top selling products, I could just help expand this entrepreneur and grow this entrepreneur to have massive scale so that he can sell well and I can sell well his product. So we can partner together and together we can grow big. So I don't necessarily have to create the product, but I can help the people who are good at their focus and be laser focused in providing that professional grower all his needs to be a commercial grower. So you could see that this company has been growing since the last 6 years from 1 location to 27 locations. They want to grow 90 locations in the next 3 years. And they said that they're already estimating by 2020 that the $16 billion is now saying that the market has been over $23 billion with annual growth rates of 32%. So you've seen a while ago, Scott Miracle Grow was growing 26-30%, even at $1 billion sales. You've seen Tractor Supply also growing that huge. So it tells you that the growth waves of the forecasts of $16 billion might be wrong. We are seeing a huge growth. Let's see this. What do you think happens when GrowGeneration is donating hydroponic growing systems to urban farms and nonprofits across the USA in partnership with Whole Cities Foundation, August 12, 2020? It helps the community appreciate them more and goes to the GrowGeneration store. So that is, to me, a great marketing technique and also a great way to help the community who wants to save money and save on food, so sustainability. They acquired, as I said, actually, I haven't said this, but the company has acquired 3. Emerald City Garden was acquired August 11, 2 days ago. Harvesting season, they purchased all the assets of Grow World December 18, 2019. They got approved to begin trading on NASDAQ Stock Exchange on November 25, 2019. So actually, this company used to trade, I think, at the Penny Stock Exchange. So like an OTC exchange. So when the company was getting lots of growth, by November 2019, they translated this company, hey, you are becoming an adult, let's grow you up. And in fact, this company is now included in the Russell 3000. So that is a nod that they are not like some penny stock in the world. They are actually a legit company. They have appointed Tony Sullivan as EVP and CEO, and GrowGeneration signed and their 3rd and 4th leases in Oklahoma. Wait up, let me just let me just fix all these erase. Okay, mouse. Okay. So GrowGeneration is also purchasing the assets of Grand Rapids Hydroponics, reporting record net revenues. Leading investors have been increasing their stakes as GrowGeneration executes July 2019. Why am I so, for the Filipinos out there, why am I talking too much about like Pure Gold Supermarket? Because in the last 7-8 years, I saw how this entrepreneur, Lucia Ko, grew a 1 store to 25 stores to 100 stores. And now, about 7, 8, 9, 10 years after, we've got 400 plus stores and a lot of hypermarkets, the SNR chains. And so I can just like imagine what's the next 10 years for GrowGeneration. It looks a little bit like that. This is a supermarket for gardening. That's how I see this company. Of course, July 2019, let's take a look. Hydroponic equipment supplier has been funded by big agricultural space and hemp and cannabis industries. JW Asset Management, Gotham Green Partners, Navy Capital, and Merida Capital Partners. As the company experienced 100% year-over-year growth, President Michael Salaman spoke with New Cannabis Ventures about the company's footprint, funding, and growth strategy. The truth here is that all the potheads, all the weeds, all the people who love pot, marijuana, cannabis, have been investing in GrowGeneration since $3, $4, $5, $6. And so they are in a winner. But I would suggest, okay, guys, if you have invested in this company when it was young at $3 to $6, I am happy if you'd sell it to me at 10 to 12, honestly speaking. Like you have a winner, but I will just be happy to tell you that if you have a winner, I would encourage you to increase your stakes, up the stakes. Add on your winners if you want to be rich. Gotham Green Partners is a New York-based private equity firm focused on deploying capital into cannabis and cannabis-related enterprises on a global scale. It used to be that the people who were cannabis aficionados would grow their own food, and their own food would be the weeds. And so they were early on in this trend. How many funds are increasing? Let's take a look. Number of funds, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 8, 13, 69. The growth in the last 3 months since the pandemic, 13 to 69, that is 500% increase, as more and more funds are seeing that this pandemic has inspired people to grow their own food, not necessarily to grow pot. And so when they're growing their food, what happens? All these agricultural plays are going to grow further and further and further. Let's take a look. Take note that in the last 2 years, GrowGeneration has been serving all these hemp and cannabis industries. Salomon is a longtime entrepreneur. As I said, he is a 4th-time serial entrepreneur. This is 4th. Darren Lampert, now CEO of the company, started GrowGeneration 2014. Together, they observed the emergence of growers in areas like organic food and cannabis. And so they saw the opportunity to create a national hydroponics company in a previously fragmented industry. Today, the company has 157 employees. That is 2018, guys. This is a 2019 article. And GrowGeneration has attracted and helped advise the company. So they got Bob Nardelli to grow their vision together. He was the former CFO of Home Depot. Nardelli, for those who aren't aware, grew Home Depot into a $90 billion business. So if you have a guy who can grow a company from a startup to $90 billion, you've got a great team or a strategic advisor. The company stores are warehouse-style locations staffed with knowledgeable salespeople, stocked with just-in-time inventory. At this point in time, they had 23 locations across 9 states. We now know it's 28 across 10 states. First mover advantage, they've got presence in California, and they want to be in Illinois, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, Florida, Arizona, and Texas. So the M&A team is also disciplined. In fact, this is a 2019 article. 2020, they've acquired 3 companies, which is going to grow their business. Why do I know about this organic growth and acquisition? That is also the same style that Pure Gold did. Do you remember that Pure Gold bought Unilane and a lot of Visayan companies? Because sometimes it's cheaper to buy a store rather than build it. So if you have the money and you've got the $42 million, I can buy small companies out now and grow and lead the execution team for that. So I think that the business is really in that supermarket style of thinking. And you know who Amazon bought Whole Foods. So a lot of companies grow and acquire if they can at a price that they can afford. So the company has developed a national supply chain serving a diverse group of agricultural customers. Large multi-state operators account for about 15% of GrowGeneration's business today. The company's external commercial sales team are made up of about 10 individuals pursuing large commercial customers like MSO and big agriculture companies. So by aiming to create wealth, value and supply chain for hemp farmers, companies investing in a processing machine enabling hemp farmers to dry their products in high volumes. They're also handling a significant amount of foot traffic. Every week, they have approximately 6,000 customers walking through each one of their company stores, such as small and medium-sized operators. So it was a transformation year in 2019. The company's funding 2018 was about $12 million. Then 2020, of course, $40 million. Raising capital. GrowGeneration is a highly profitable company. This is a 2019, sorry. 2019, they were guiding $60 to $65 million. I'll tell you a surprising thing later when we go to the numbers. So it's good. They want to be multi-billion-dollar business. So let's go to the second quarter 2020 results. In one quarter, the revenue was $43 million. One quarter. This was 1 year guidance, 2019, $65 million. Can you imagine? Okay, stay with me. Adjusted EBITDA, $4.6 million, net income of 2.6. The 2020 revenue guidance is $170 to $175 million. 2020. This was 60. This is 170 times 3. What company can you imagine growing 100% in the last 10 consecutive quarters? Guys, the companies that do that usually get paid 50 times, 70 times sales. I know those SaaS companies, those expensive SaaS companies who thinks they're kings of the world, when in fact there's a GrowGeneration here that's just less than 2 times price to sales. Adjusted EBITDA guidance for 2020 is $17 to $18 million. Net income guidance is $7 to $8 million. 2021 revenue guidance is set at $245 to $260 million. We are seeing a high growth company here and a high EBITDA margin and a high net income company. And it's trading less than 2 times price to sales, guys. So GrowGeneration is the largest chain, reported the record revenues. This is the company's 10th consecutive quarter of record revenues. Guidance is growing very strongly. The last company that I was so impressed to see these types of growth is trading today at about 40 times price to sales, or even 30 to 40 times price to sales. So you can imagine how much people can pay for a high growth company. Okay, so revenues are up 123%, 43 million versus $19 million last year. Same store sales are up 50%, 25 versus 16. Adjusted EBITDA increased 166%, $4.6 million versus 1.7. Gross profit margin is 26%. 27%, so not bad. How many retail does a gross profit margin of 27%? How much does a Home Depot gross margin is? How much does a Walmart is? How much? Store operating costs as a percentage of sales, any price, any gross margin of 30%, 20 to 30% is very good for the industry, okay? So store operating costs as a percent of sales is 9%. So it means that they were able to decrease the operational expense despite sales revenues and same-store sales growing like that. So net, of course, all their profits, okay? Income from store operations is huge. $7.6 million, an increase of $146 million. The working capital. Is this company teeming with a lot of cash? Yes. From $30 million, now it's $35 million. Cash is now king. June 30, 2020, they've got $15 million cash from $13 million last year. And the cash as of August 12, 2020 is now $60 million. Can I give you an interesting statistic, guys? Today at $500 million market cap, this company has $60 million cash. 12% of their entire market cap is cash. They have completed a share offering at $5.60. Oppenheimer on July 2, $8.6 million at $48 million. So that's roughly at about $5 to $6, no? So $5.60. The sole book running manager was Oppenheimer. So May 12, 2020, they opened the Denver. So in a COVID pandemic world, they opened the Hydroponics located in West Lansing, a 15,000 square feet, $8 million operation. That was just 2 months ago, June 16. June 29, Russell 3000 index. So they were finally in the index of Russell 3000, being seen by more people. On July 2, 2020, of course, there was the $48 million share offering. On August 10, they purchased Emerald City Garden. They have already gotten $100 million year-to-date revenues as of August 10, 2020. The companies growing like them is something like a Shopify for me. They are an enabler, a pick and shovels company. So I will not run out of expletives on how good this GrowGeneration company is. Okay, so the company's 2020 results. Let's see. Continued focus, growing 123%. Okay, this is the guy, the CEO. Okay, so you can read that. I know that I am 6:30 p.m., but bear with me. I have 15 slides to go. Okay, so you've seen this already. Revenue. Okay, so the thing is, cannabis people know about this. So New Cannabis Ventures, they published this. Stansberry Newswire is also a cannabis news company. They are saying that the revenue growth, online sales, la la la. So you've seen all that already. GrowGeneration, take note that Twitter following is a pathetic 274 followers. It tells you that very few people are even following this company. GrowGeneration 2019, the revenues was $80 million. This year, it is 240, was it? 2020? Let's go back. I can't remember. Was it 240? Sorry, 2020, it's 170. They're growing 240. So yeah, it's double. It's double. So 80 to 160 to 240. So the point is that this is a growth company. So it's been growing, as I said, from a low base to high revenues. So very strong. Let's take a look at 2019 numbers. So some of the cannabis people were already seeing this growth company. Revenues were up 174% from $29 to $80 million, $9 million to $25 million. Same store sales, you could see those growth. So gross profits was growing, gross margin was growing. Store operating percentage sales was going down as well. So corporate overhead. So you could see that this company is a highly efficient managed company. So I like that. Take a look at 2018. 2018, revenues of $8 million in the third quarter, up 109%. Store operation cost continually falling down from 19% to 16%. Now it's 12% and going down. So this company for the last 10 quarters have been doing an excellent job. This is another great quarter for GrowGeneration. Over 100% quarter over quarter. We remain thinking of our acquisition of heavygardens.com. That is now the GrowGeneration.pro. That is our e-commerce strategy to set an omni-channel shopping experience for all of our customers. Furthermore, the formation of GrowGen Canada and GrowGen Hemp Corp is going to unleash the growth for our industry. So this is their acquisition this year as of August 11. That was just 3 days ago. They acquired Emerald City. Emerald City is the largest hydroponic operations with sales already of $4 million. So they acquired this company, I think $12 million, so 3 times price to sales, something like that. Emerald City is the third acquisition this year. So you can see that this company is really trying to grow. Legal sales, of course, let's talk about some cannabis. Some projections for the cannabis. The legal sales of adult use cannabis is $3 billion. 2022, they're saying it's going to $5 billion, $10 billion. The point here is that there will be a lot of people who are also cannabis. So we're talking about the hydroponics market and the cannabis market, those who are trying to grow their own weed. So the sales have been gathering momentum. The legal combined medical and adult sales use is seen to be a $30 billion industry, said by New Frontier data from 2020 to 2025. Medical use is an 87 cents. Anyway, the point is that it's a big industry. This is something that they bought, Healthy Harvest, this year, February 26, 2020. So a Healthy Harvest has been in business since 2011, since 9 years ago. It's the largest hydroponic operation in the Southeast region. So with over 15,000 square feet of warehouse and retail space, they're serving growers in Florida, Puerto Rico, Caribbean, and South America. The Healthy Harvest owners will be staying on as the directors of Southeast region, and they will be the directors for the Latin American market. Amazing, right? So they want to conquer global. The Healthy Harvest acquisition is the very first acquisition. We want to serve all sizes. So the management team has been growing all sizes for almost so in South Florida, Puerto Rico, Caribbean, South America. Florida is medical cannabis is growing rapidly. Patients are up 165% year over year. So as I said, they are a pick and shovels company. If there's a huge demand for medical cannabis, they will teach millennial to grow their own medical cannabis and sell to these. So this is a pick and shovels play. So it's kind of the way how Shopify made money. I will just help all the brick and mortar stores do an online store. In this case, GrowGeneration is my Shopify for agriculture. They enable all the plants, all the growers to serve that medical cannabis market, to serve the people who want to eat plants. That is the goal of GrowGeneration. Patient counts are rising. Florida, okay, so it just tells you that medical cannabis is on the rise. I had made a study on cannabidiol. You can watch it, and I even gave it for free. So far, nobody believes in me and Charlotte's Web. I was able to exit that early. I got in at 6, it went to 9, it went down, so I sold at $7.50. Charlotte's Web right now is trading at about $4, I think, or $3.50 Canadian dollars. Nevertheless, I think that the weed industry is big, and the less risky way is to just buy a pick and shovels play. Let's just buy the way, whether they're doing it for hydroponics or gardening or weed, doesn't matter to us. Let's just buy the pick and shovel. That is gonna help us grow our money. Third takeover in 2020, Emerald City. This is also February. GrowGeneration, the Denver-based, bought Healthy Harvest. Okay, so they used the money to do the right thing, expand. GrowGeneration. This is 2018. 27 stores, 10 states, 6 new. These are already legal for medical use. This is prohibited for any use, targeted new markets, and these are all the legal places. So that is also a secular trend. If you have a legalization of marijuana, more and more people, marijuana and cannabidiol. The more legal it is, the more producers. So you've got more farmers. So they're saying 90 stores by 2023. This is an interview of the president. This is Michael Salaman. It is a good video interview. I don't know if I have time. And then this is also a good video to watch, Fluence LED grow lights. So this is a product that GrowGeneration is helping. You could see how GrowGeneration and even the entrepreneurs that they are helping are happily working with each other. So I am 5 minutes over time, but I hope that I served you well. I hope that I shared an awesome 10x pick that you would agree with. And so a few things to note about GrowGeneration. The ticker is GRWG. How do you study more about this? Probably study hydroponics. Go to their website, press releases, read it for yourself. I think that this company is a growth story. So this company deserves an awesome 10x rating. So chart-wise, it is trading at $12.50, GRWG. Let's take a look at the stats. So GRWG is trading at $12.50. You can buy anywhere from $12.50 all the way to $8. The market cap is $570 million. You might experience a 15% crash if people would take profit. But I think that this company's earnings per share, their sales, the trajectory of the company is on the way up. These are sales by the owners who were early on. Take note that Merida Capital Partners, Gotham Green Partners, these were the early investors and they are selling partially. They are 10% owners of the company, so they are taking profits. While they're taking profits, you want to take their shares off from them. So I'm not sure if selling early is a good thing, even if they were able to get this company at probably cost of about $6 or because you know that they were 2018 and 2019 investors. So those are the big hedge funds that was buying. So this was their cost. I'd say that their cost is somewhere at 4. So their cheapest cost would have been here at 3 and 4. Maybe the highest cost that they ever entered was 6. It's now at 12. But I think that 12, 11, 10, even at 8, it's all a buy. So I'm a person who would buy and hold and cost average my winners. I'd like to hold this for the next 5 years, guys. So I put allocation 4% or 5%. That's it, guys. I'm done. That's an awesome 10x pick. See you guys. Bye-bye.